Hey, can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay. Okay. So should we go to, let's go to VPC. Okay. This is a VPC dashboard. What we have looks very huge, but the thing is, blindly let's follow what we have learned. It will be easy. Okay. So on the left side, you have your VPCs, right? So guys, remember, we have a default VPC, no? This is a default VPC, which is 172.31.00/16 is a CIDR that AWS has created, correct? Right? So don't delete the default VPC. If you delete the default VPC, now, if you delete also, you can recreate it because you know the concepts now, but don't delete it, okay? So should we create our own VPC now? Should we, let's go ahead and create our own VPC. Yes. So if you go to VPC dashboard, it's always better to come here and create a new VPC. So if you go to VPC dashboard and do you see this here, create VPC. Okay, they have removed the widgets. That's fine. Good. Okay, that is good. I was not liking and they removed it completely. That's really good. Okay, so now let's click on create VPC. It goes to the same. Okay, very important, guys. It's very easy. See, so we need to create VPC only. If you go for VPC and more, this is widgets that they get here, but I don't go with this because you don't learn much. Let's go first and learn how to create a proper VPC. So name, can I call it as Mumbai VPC? Give a name, Mumbai VPC. And then what is a CIDR that we thought to create? Put it, Chitti. Tell me. 192.168.0.0/16. Do you all understood how we got this? You should get it from your network administrator. Okay. This is a CIDR. This is a big range, network range. So are you gonna, so just leave these things default, because are you gonna use IPv6? No. So just leave this default. Tenancy, will you go for dedicated or shared? That means default. Go with the default. Don't go for dedicated. You'll charge it. So everyone understood just how to just create the VPC here? Everyone? Okay. So let's click on create VPC. Simple. Okay. VPC got created. DC Mumbai VPC got created with 192.168.0.0/16. Good. What is the next step? Internet gateway. On the left side, do you see internet gateway? Yes. So click on create internet gateway. Call it as Mumbai IGW internet gateway. Click on create internet gateway. Okay, na? You understood? Come back on internet gateway. And this internet gateway is in which state by default? If you create detached state, then what we learn? We need to attach it, no? So select that in actions, attach it to the VPC. Which VPC we need to attach? Mumbai VPC. So here default VPC is not listing, because please write down in your book, one internet gateway is attached to only one VPC. Okay, attach it. One internet gateway is attached to only one VPC. One internet gateway is attached to one VPC. Yes, is that clear, ma? We created a VPC, we created an internet gateway. Okay, na? What's the next step? After internet gateway, we need to create subnets. On the left side, do you see these subnets? Click on it, and we need to create, guys, these are all the default subnets, no? They're going with /20. Remember, we did a math yesterday with /20 and you got 4091 IP addresses, no? Remember, yesterday we did this. Yeah. So do not delete these are all default subnets for the default VPC. We need to go ahead and create our own subnets, okay? So click on create subnet. So which VPC we need to select? You are creating subnets in default VPC or Mumbai VPC? Mumbai VPC. Subnet 1 of 1. What is the subnet name? I call it as public subnet. Each subnet is associated to one availability zone, correct? So I'll go with 1A. What is the CIDR of the subnet that we thought to create for public? 192.168.1.0/24. Do you all understood how to create it here? So we need to create one more subnet, no? Here itself, you can add a new subnet, or you can create a subnet and you recreate another subnet. So should I go ahead and add it here itself again? Add new subnet. I click on subnet 2. Which one is that now? You call it as private subnet. Which availability zone? I'll go with 1B. What is the CIDR? 192.168.2.0/24. Everyone understood how to create subnets, two subnets, and click on create subnet. Everyone understood? We have public subnet and private subnet. Nice. What's the next step? Yes, we are creating private only, no? We are not going out. This is a VPC, our own VPC. Raji. Next, we need to create NAT. So on the left side, you have NAT gateway. Click it and then click on create NAT. So call it as Mumbai NAT. Okay, you tell me, NAT should be in which subnet? NAT should be in public. Select the public subnet. Okay. Your NAT should reach to the internet or not. It should reach. If you put private, you can't reach the internet. If you put public, you will reach the internet. So select public because we need the internet from the NAT. And do we have any elastic IP associated? No, but we need to associate one elastic IP. No, click on allocate elastic IP. It will create automatically an elastic IP. Additional setting, this is not required. This is optional. Is this clear how to create a NAT gateway? Super. Click on create NAT. NAT is getting created. Now, after creating NAT, what is the next step? We associate it, no, Siraj bhai? What is the next? Public routing tables, right? On the left side, we have route tables. Do you see this? Click on it. There is a two route tables created, and there is a question here. So guys, when you create a VPC, we created a Mumbai VPC. A default route table also get created. When you create a new VPC, write down. When you create a new VPC, a default route table got created. When you create a new VPC, a default route table will also get created automatically. In brackets, call it as main table. Do you see this here? Main. This is a main table. But do we really use any defaults one anymore now onwards? No need. So we will be creating our own route tables. Click on create route table. What is a public RT? No? So public RT we need to create. Which VPC? Mumbai VPC. Create route table. We need to create one more, no, guys? Create route table. Call it as private RT. Mumbai VPC. Everyone understood how to create a route tables? Now, select the Mumbai routing table. I told you for public routing table, we need to add a route, no? All traffic should be routed to internet gateway. Where should we be added? Select the public RT. Do you see these routes here? Select that. Do you see here edit route? You see edit routes? Click it, add route. What is all traffic? 0, 0, 0, 0 should be routed to which one? Internet gateway. Do you see this? So we have internet gateway created, no? Mumbai IGW. Select that. Save. Everyone understood how to enable the routes? How to add a route? We added a route. And then here we have subnet associations. Which subnet should be associated to this public routing table? Public subnet. So click on edit subnet association. Which one you need to select? Public subnet. Save. Everyone understood how to configure this public routing table? Guys, we have created 2 subnets only. Can we create multiple subnets? Yes. Whichever the subnet that you want to put it to the public, you just associate those subnets here. As of now, I have only one public subnet. That's why I have asserted one. But if you have 5, 6, 10, 20, yes, go ahead and assign it. So if you're assigning to the public routing table, because as the routes are going to the internet gateway, all these will be the public subnets. Okay. Same thing we'll do it to the private routing table. Correct. Otherwise, it will not work. Every point what we are doing is important. If you miss one simple thing, entire VPC will not work. So here for private routing table also go to routes, edit route, add route, all traffic should be routed to yes. Do you see NAT gateway here? Select it. We created Mumbai NAT, no? Select that Mumbai. Save. And subnet association, which subnet should be associated? Private. If you have multiple subnets created, select all those, whichever you want. Save. Guys, everyone understood how we did? Isn't it very simple? Yesterday, the logics were simple. That's why you face these practicals are simple. Your mind is triggered. Your mind made it very simple on VPC now, psychologically. You know what? When I was setting up in the first day, when I was new to the VPC, it took 5 days, more than 5 days to set up my entire VPC. You know that? For me, in starting days. I was really confused what to create first. First, I'll create VPC. Then when I'm creating, then I'll be going to the NAT. Are NAT is asking public subnet. Are where is public subnet? How do I know public subnet? Which is going to where? What is the connections? So these are all the things questions will be there. So guys, to do all these things, they'll pay you lakhs rupees. Okay. So now we have set it up. Should we go to EC2 instance and then launch the EC2 instances and see? Okay. So let's go ahead and then launch instance. Okay, now you tell me, should I go with the Windows or Linux this time? Whichever you feel better. Okay, many of you are going asking for Linux. Let's go for Linux then. So call it as um, the one which you are launching, guys. The first one. What is that server? Can I call it as Bastion server? Okay. So browse, select this, select our Aratopy, and T2 micro is fine, and 9 AM batch is fine. Edit it. Do you see this here? This time the VPC should be which VPC? The one which we. Oh, hey. Before this, I told you that we need to create a security group. No, because I don't want to select a default security group. I'll cancel it. And should we go and create a new security group? Yes, let's go. Here also, when you create a new VPC, a default security group will be created. Write down that point also. When you create a new VPC, a default security group for that VPC will be created. Okay, Chitti, I'm just going and clicking on create security group. So group name, call it as you give my own security, my own Mumbai security group. Okay, na? Give some description. And VPC, which VPC this security group should be? If you select this, this is a mistake the people will do. They will leave this default. They will don't leave it. Delete that, and you will get here Mumbai VPC. Select Mumbai VPC. So as you are using Linux, which is the inbound rule that you should use? SSH to connect. Select my IP. And then create it. Simple. Okay. So do you see this here? So security group got created. And I told you the best practice. What is the best practice? Whenever you create a new security group, all traffic, there will be a default rule will be there, no? Inbound to the self, guys. So click on edit, inbound rules, add rules, all traffic to self. To self. Self meaning Mumbai, my own Mumbai security group. To self, custom and self. Take the take the screenshot. Or if you remember, that's fine. So this is a best practice always to go and select all traffic with self. There is no harm in doing this. Click on save rules. Then should we go and launch the EC2 instance now? Launch EC2 instance. Call it as Bastion server. And then browse CMI. Just voila. 9 AM. Edit. And this time go with Mumbai. So in Mumbai, we have now two subnets, public subnet and private subnet, correct? Which one we need to select for the Bastion? Public subnet you select. So if you need, if it is public subnet for Bastion server, you need public IP? Yes, you need to have IP address. Select security group, select existing security group. We have created now my own Mumbai SG, select that. Guys, we are doing everything by our own. We are not using the existings anymore. So all these things you can leave it normal. Everyone understood how to launch in our own VPC? Click on launch instance. So we need to launch one more EC2 instance. Yes, call it as Mumbai private server. Okay. Bruce. Free. Red Hat. Linux. 9 AM. Edit. Mumbai So this private server should be in private subnet. And you tell me, for any kind of private subnet, do you enable the public IPs? No, remember, block it. I'm disabling it completely. And select existing zone. Right, select existing one, Mumbai. Guys, you can create, okay, see here, this is Bastion. This is private. I'm giving you the real-time scenarios also, see. This is Bastion and this is private server, correct? So Bastion, so we are using same security group now for both of them, correct? That is called my own Mumbai SC, correct? అవునని అంటావా కాదని అంటావా बोलो हूँ बोलो कुछ तो बोलो tell me something yes or no huh? You're in weekend mode maybe यार what लग गया Monday to Saturday office ये सब in VPC mode okay good ठीक है okay so now this is a security group that is so this is now how we are doing it but you can also do this even more secure way so here from outside you are enabling SSH correct so here Bastion is public and this is private but you are using the security group for both of them even if you want to secure it this is Bastion this is private say I can do another scenario oh really how long will you be with me yaar it's almost I didn't ask this what is the number of days that we when is November 24th I don't remember when today 51 days 50 to 55 days I say okay 53 class okay I'm on my words man very good day 51 screenshot you miss your voice you're not missing me only my my voice because we haven't seen you okay hey thank you I'm blessed I'm really blessed to hear this kind of kind words from you guys so I'm very pleased thank you just hire all so that we can't miss you sure appreciate your patience level thank you so okay so here do you see this is the first so this is one way another way is like this see for Bastion itself can we create a separate security group call it as Bastion SC and we create a security group again here call it as for private SC right so here concentrate guys don't take back please here see here now we can create two security groups and you can do this see this is a public right so we can enable SSH or or to particular thing, right? And from here to here, also SSH should be allowed. So can you tell me here in this private SG, what would be the inbound rule? Inbound rule will be SSH on port 22. What is the source? Source should be Bastion SG, right? Yes, perfect. This is how in real time, as per security, as per standards, they will be using like this. Okay, it's up to you. I have given you two scenarios. You can use both of them. So I'm here going with my own Mumbai SG, and all good. And then I'm going and launch instance. Okay, correct. क्या भाई वीडियो ऑन करो कर रहे आदत में पूछ रहे क्या okay so okay, so here we have Bastion server. Now tell me, do you see this here, guys? We have the public IP address and we'll have the DNS also. See, but the DNS is there here. But generally we'll see the DNS also, right? For this, we need to do some small tweak. Where what you need to do, go to VPC or Mumbai VPC. In actions, there is something. Man, पूरा change कर दिया इन साला. Edit VPC settings. Do you see this? Enable DNS host names. Do you see this? If you enable this and save, and in your EC2, do we have DNS names here? No. But if I refresh, see. Do you see this? No? You got the DNS. So now you know how to tweak it. So how to get the DNS names on your console for the newly created VPCs. Yeah, that is good thing to know. Okay, now very important, guys. So should we go and connect to the Bastion server now? Is it possible for me to connect to the Mumbai private server directly? No. So let's go ahead and try to connect. Guys, if I try to connect to the Bastion server, whatever with the public IP, whatever we have architected, the entire VPC is super correct, right? If you do it in one shot, that is even super duper good. So let me try whether it works or not. So auth and where is ready? Should we go ahead? Click open. Will it work? Because we have used our own stuff. Nothing we have used their default things. Okay, let's click on open. Wow, do you see that? EC2 minus user, I can able to log in. So guys, it's not that easy to do this setup unless you know the logic and technical things. So it is our own VPC, own subnets, own routings, own everything on. And if you're able to do like this, it's really too good. Okay, now I have logged into this instance. I'm going elevating my permission, sudo -s. From here, what I need to do, I need to log into private server, correct? Okay, I need to log into private. So how do I log into the private server? How from Linux to this guy? So guys, here, if you click on connect, do you see this here? Example, you copy this SSH command and then put it. Guys, now SSH 9 a.m. batch.pem file. 9 a.m. But it is expecting this 9 a.m. batch.pem file here in Linux machine. Do we have this PEM file in the Linux machine to connect to that? No. So we need to get that PEM file now here. So you can use different ways to get the PEM file here. You can use FTP, SFTP, or you can use install CLI, download it from S3. You can use many ways, but I'll tell you the simple way to do that. So, what was that? Why I'm here? PEM files. Desktop. E drive. PEM file. Do you see this? This is a PEM file, correct? Simply, I open this, edit it, I copy this whole thing, properly copied, and we'll try to create a file here. Vi 9 a.m. batch.pem. Okay. Enter. Press I, insert mode, and right click. Guys, understood? So from this is the private, from beginning to the end, everything should be properly copied. And then skip, escape, WQ exclamatory, enter. We have saved it. If I do ls, I see the file. Guys, we need to give read permissions, no? Just created file, no? We need to give read permission. What is the command to give read permissions? Chmod, correct? Chmod 400, we give 400 read access, huh? And then this 9 a.m. batch. Enter. Let's write down this command, what we did here, guys. Vi 9 a.m. batch.pem file, and then copy the entire PEM code, and then chmod. Okay. Now I'm copying it and pasting it here. Let's see. It is trying. Select right, yes, and there we go. Do you see this? I was in 192.168, 1.162. 1.162 is what? 1.162 is our private, is our Mumbai bastion, correct? And then from there, I just logged in. I'm into 192.162.46. 2.46 is what? This is the 2. So everyone understood now? So how we have moved from bastion to private? So we are able to access. So how we are able to access? Because all the configuration that we have done in the backend, because of that, we are able to access. Otherwise, no. Is this clear? How do we access it? Everyone till here? Any questions till here, guys? Everyone understood how to set up the VPC? The 7 steps? All good? Super. Can someone answer that? What is NSCL? We have discussed quite a lot on that already. No? NSCL? Yes. That is on the subnet level. Same thing, how you are assigning the, here also you can do that. In VPC, if you want to, do you see this here? Network ACLs. Network ACLs is nothing but NACLs. So do you remember I told you there will be a default NACL will be there, right? So when you create a new VPC, a default NACL will also be created. See, this is it. So I told you we need to, that also contain inbound rules and outbound rules, right? And also I told you that by default, it is allowed. And NACLs can also possible to deny. And what NACL is stateful or stateless? Stateless. That meaning whatever you add it here, you should add it on the outbound rules also. Correct? And then which subnet you need to associate to NSCL, it's depend upon you. Correct? Correct, guys. So you can assign, see, we already have the subnets. And if you want to secure the entire subnet, you associate it. Correct? So if you want to secure it more, then you can use this NSCL. Okay, let's not deviate the topic. So what I was talking. Okay, is this clear till here, guys, everyone? So we are able to access, we are into the private server now. Okay, now we architected it. Let's see this. From this private server, can I have internet access? Do we have internet access? Why mixed? Yes or no? Yes. Logic. What? Logic? Where logic is missing, Pooja? Right? So the NAT. So here, okay, what is the logic? See. So private server is nothing but in which subnet is this associated? This private server? Private. So private subnet. Private subnet is associated to the which routing table? Private routing table. So go to this private route table, and see the routes, whether you have, where it is going, all traffic. All traffic is going to the NAT. So NAT meaning, does it has internet connection to the NAT? Yes. So from here, if you try to access anything, as it has the route, all traffic is routing to the NAT. That meaning you'll have internet connection. Let me give it a try. What's can tell me some? Okay, yum install. Okay, I'll do sudo yum install -y. I'll use wget small package. I'll install. Okay, install. See. अरे इज्जत नको काढ आजा. Okay. Do you see this? Do you see this? It's installed and it's completed. That means it has internet connection. Yes, I'm clearing it. Now I'll go and plug out. I'll unplug this. See, I remove the route. Did I delete the NAT? No, I just removed the route. For the private, I just removed the route. Now, tell me, is it possible to install anything else now? Some other package. Do you see this timeout is happening? Do you see this timeout is happening here? Understand how the internet, how you're tweaking it, right? So I'm putting it back again. NAT routes, all traffic is routed to NAT. Now I should be able to do it again. Correct? Understood? City understood how you are playing with the routes? Okay. And if I go and remove the subnet, this subnet from this association, will my internet work? No, simple, because that subnet is not associated to any of the routing table. How does whatever the traffic that you're sending from this instance, how does this how does the traffic will understand to which place it should route? Because each subnet should be associated to any of the routing table. That should be a public routing table, that should be a private. There are only two types of routing tables, public or private. If it is public, that public is routed to internet gateway, that is exposed. And if you don't want any subnet to be exposed, put it in private. That will be going to the NAT. And also, this NAT that we have it now here has full internet access. So guys, now here, I have full internet access because it is routing to the NAT. Oh no. Bolo? Do I have full internet access from this NAT? Yes, we have full internet access, no? We have full internet access, no restrictions. But now, I don't want full internet access here. What should I do? Just now I did. What I did? Remove the NAT entry, route entry. Correct? If you remove the route NAT entry, will not have internet access. But I want to access AWS services from here. Correct. VPC endpoint. But the thing is here, how do I access AWS services from this here from Linux? What I need to install? AWS CLI we need to install. Correct? AWS CLI we need to install. So you all guys installed AWS CLI in our previous task? Yes. You want me to do it again here, or will you do it? So there. Install. Somewhere I showed, no? Anyone has the link? At that time I showed you something. How to install. Okay. This one, unzipping it, and then you're installing this. Okay, let's do it then. Okay, should I install it? Just copy pasting it, no? What's the big deal? Install. Okay, and then unzip it. It looks like unzip is not there. So now unzip it. Okay, and then we need to run this command. Boom. Yeah. Okay, so it is saying that use CLI version 2. But why did you put CLI bundle then? So if you want to the specific version, you can use like this. Okay, the latest is version 2, so it's okay. So now if I do this minus version, do you see this? Okay, now I have full internet access. Yes or no, guys? Now what should we do? Okay. Authentication, guys. Now let's take an example of S3. I want to create a bucket in S3 now. Can I create a bucket in S3 now by running some command? Yes or no? AWS S3 make MB make bucket S3 colon / 9 AM test BKT minus region AP minus south minus 1. Let's see. Will this work? Will this work, guys? No. What is the reason? Very good. Either we need to configure the keys here, or either we need to create a role. Correct? What is the best way to do? I showed you keys, no, on that day. Should I show you roles now? I'll show you roles. See, so to which EC2 instance we need to to which EC2 instance we need to add a route, add a role? Yeah, Siraj bhai. Yes. So we need to add a role to this private server, correct? So let's go and create a role. So let's go. So roles, create role. So you are attaching it to EC2 or which one? Which one is a use case? You need to select EC2, click on next. And which is the service that we are planning to access? What kind of service? S3. So I'll just go with XCC full access. Okay. And then next, and then call it as VPC endpoint 9 a.m. demo role. Give some name. Create role. So this role should be attached to where? This guy. Right click and then kind of, previously we were nicely doing it. Now they have the new console. Hey, where is that? Hey, how did you change in the new console? Security mega. Thank you. So do you see this here? Modify IAM role. So click on it and then refresh it, and you should see that 9 a.m. VPC endpoint 9 a.m. demo role. Okay, update IAM role. So now I should be able to do it now. Secure way. Let's do this. Boom. Do you see this, guys? I'm able. So sorry. Okay. So by the way, with the NAT, I'm able to access it, right? So now I'll do what I do. I'll just go ahead and unplug that NAT. Guys, I unplug that NAT. Okay. By the way, in S3, I'll go and delete it. Okay. First of all, I just wanted to show you with NAT, anyways, it will work. That we know, na? Guys, with NAT, anyways, it will work. Yes or no? With NAT, anyways, it works. But I'm just going and deleting that because with NAT, anyways, it was. I want to show you without NAT. Good. So this is okay. Now I just go, I went and then removed the NAT. Okay. Save. Tell me, will this work for me? The same command will work. If I remove the NAT. If I remove the NAT, will it work? No. There is no routing to that private routing table. No. How does it work? So now what we need to create? There is no routing to here. There is no routing to private routing table. It doesn't know where to go. Now what we need to create? If I want my AWS services to work, VPC endpoint you need to create. So on the left side, do you see endpoint? You click on endpoint and create endpoint. Call it as S3 VPC endpoint. So you have so many options. You just go to which service that you want to create it. Find it the service here. Put S3. Right. So I told you for each and every service you need to create an endpoint. Whichever the service that you want to access is from that private subnet, those endpoints that you will create. So I'm just giving S3 example. So select the gateway one. There are two types of endpoints, gateway and interface. If you go with the interface, you need to so there will be a there will be basically I suggest to go with the gateway because interface meaning it uses this Ethernet NIC card and all, but gateway meaning it's AWS provided one, right? So please write down use gateway VPC endpoint, gateway endpoint. Okay, select that S3 which is related to the gateway, and which VPC does it require? Mumbai VPC. Guys, by the way, did it work? You showed that it's not working, huh? I showed you, but after this, okay. Now you tell me in this Mumbai VPC, which routing table I need to select? This VPC endpoint should be associated to which routing table? Super, you guys are private. Because from where I am trying to access it, from my private subnet, correct? So that's the reason why the private subnet is associated to the private routing table. That's why I selected. If you have multiple, if you want to have this VPC endpoint to be available in multiple subnets, you can select multiple sub routing tables when you create it. Okay, if at all. So full access, that's fine. Everyone understood how to create a VPC endpoint? You want to take a screenshot, take it. Okay, and the bottom one. Okay, so now I'm just going and clicking on create endpoint. So guys, in private routing table, do we have any routes? Except this local route? We don't have. Now, do you see this? We have got a new one. Previously, there was a NAT gateway. I have removed that route. And now VPC endpoint route got automatically added, correct? Did I add this? City, did I add this? So this is got automatically added. There is something called PL. PL is here. We call it as prefix list. What is that? Prefix list. On the left side. So guys, prefix list is nothing but, guys, for S3, if you want to allow the permissions, or if you want to send the traffic, we need to know the S3's IP addresses, no, to allow the traffic, right? So how do we know the S3 as S3 network ranges, AWS S3 network range? We don't know. So what we do is, you can, instead of adding all the ranges one by one like this, all 10 lines, you can create a group. That group is nothing but prefix list. The group is nothing but prefix list. Okay. So here, for example, this is a prefix list. What is a prefix list? So do you see this in entries? So these are all the AWS's S3 ranges. Otherwise, you need to find out from AWS, hey Babu, AWS, it's already there in internet. You just need to get all these ranges and add it manually here in routing table. In routing table, here you need to add manually one by one like this, how we added. Otherwise, you create a group called prefix list 4011. 4011. You create a prefix list and add all the entries there. Yeah. Okay, Chine, understood? Now we have the route. So now can I create this? Now will this work? Now this will work. Thinking, tell me. Let's say. Yes. Do you see that it worked? Guys, I don't have NAT. I don't have NAT, but still my AWS service. But do I have rest of the internet access? Let's say yum install -y HTTPD. Will this work? No. Let's see. Do you see the timeout at the bottom? Because there is no internet. Only AWS services will be accessed. The two only S3 will be accessed because we have created S3 endpoints. If you want to create another endpoint, create it when based on your requirement. Guys, understood? Super easy. Logics are important. Logicals are important. See how we have got everything in one place. Now we have covered all these things here. Understood, everyone? Any questions? Will you able to replicate this? Will you able to do this? You should never forget. So in the subnets, we created /24, no? Yesterday we have done, right? So 251 IP addresses will be there, right? So we have one IP we have already used by launching the EC2 instance. See, we have got those. Make sense? Don't worry, I'll send you. I think the materials. Who is in contact with me? I haven't received any email for the materials. Rohit is there. Rohit, Macha, are you there? Okay, Varun, you sent, huh? Okay, I'll check. Maybe when did you send? Can you send it just now? Huh? Okay, I'll reply to you. Did you list down what all the material that you need to get it? Okay, put that. If not, okay. So I'll send it to you right away. And also, I'll send you this VPC. I'll send you the VPC stuff also, like the steps. Steps not required. You can do it. But anyways, I'll send it. But don't look and do it. But think and you do it by yourself. If you are missing something, you can just look that. Okay, now? Any questions? Any questions? Is it CC? Is it clear? I'll send you separate. I'll to you. Or tomorrow I'll touch that topic. But even though we don't go deeper, but we'll take. So flow logs, we call it as flow logs, Srinivas P. Do you see if you enable the flow logs here, you can see the logs. Okay, how to delete it? Once you are done with all these things, guys, once you are done with all this setup, so you need to delete. There is a way to how to delete it. See, so you cannot simply go ahead and delete just like that. So first terminate the EC2 instances. Terminate the EC2 instances. And then write down, guys, write down. Terminate the EC2 instances and write the and delete the NAT gateway first. Delete NAT. Okay. So don't worry. On Monday, what we do is we do VPC peering. Correct? VPC peering, we do it. For that, at least we need to have how many VPCs for peering? We need minimum 2. So that meaning this setup will be done again 2 times on Monday. So those most of the things is cleared today, but still you will be seeing creating this VPC setup again Monday 2 times again, because we need to create 2 VPCs, one in Mumbai, another in another region, or in same in two in same Mumbai. It's up to you, right? So we can create the VPC and we'll try to launch the EC2 instance like this, and 2 VPCs from private to private we'll try to connect. Okay, that is another scenarios that we take. You have got a lot, guys. So once the subnet is the NAT is deleted, then delete the VPC. So it will delete everything in one shot. So whatever you have created, security groups, routing tables, subnets, endpoints, everything will get deleted. Write down. First, terminate EC2 instances, delete NAT gateway, delete VPC, and another deadliest thing you need to delete is elastic IP. That will be staying just calm, this stupid guy. So you release this elastic IP. Guys, this is a mistake. You guys will be doing it. If you keep with the IP address just like that, you will be charged. So make sure that you release that also. Got it? Any questions? Certification questions and all. Sure. But hey, by the way, did you guys completed the feedback? Those I saw only few also, few got it. Few members get it, but hardly 15 peoples. But rest, I saw that in Google review also. In Google reviews, 3 came, but fortunately we have 130 people actually. But that's fine. So it's not the thing about it's not the forceful thing to do. If you feel that in your heart that you have took a great things from me, you can go ahead. I will not talk about this anymore. It's really up to you now. Okay. So if you want to do it, you do it. Otherwise, it's okay. Fine. So this on Monday, guys, on Monday we'll be doing this VPC pairing, right? And also, what I'll be doing is, even though you're not doing what I said, feedbacks and all, what I'll do is, guys, there is on Monday, what I'll do is, I'll give you I'll talk about practice papers, okay? Or DevOps. Oh, asking DevOps. Arey bhai, dekho. 15 people gave the feedback and you're asking DevOps. That's fine. But I think today you guys are not overloaded. You guys are overloaded. Yes or no? Because I need. Let's do one thing. So keep this DevOps aside for now. Let's concentrate on what we have to learn. And maybe when time permits on the last day, I'll talk on that. Okay, now, because of that DevOps, I don't want my AWS VPC to get impacted. Fine. Yeah. Super. So I'll be sending you those materials also. Okay. Super. So guys, please take your time and then do all the practicals. Yeah. We'll talk. Any questions? Sure. Khan bhai, we'll talk on Monday. No, it's okay, Bhavani. So, guys, you think that I miss DevOps? Don't feel bad. Okay, even though you don't provide the feedbacks, also definitely I'll give you my. Definitely I'll teach. Don't worry. Okay, so I'll give you an overview on DevOps, but not now because I don't want you to get confused between the VPC. VPC is very important. That's the reason why VPC, you complete the practicals and the last day, maybe if required, I'll take one more extra class, especially on DevOps. Okay. 1 day class. Okay. Don't worry. So I'm not that guy that you don't provide feedback. I don't teach. No. Riya sir is far better and more something different. Okay. So feedback is all about with love and affection. It should not about like someone tell you, force you to write. No, don't do that. If you are forced to write, please don't do that. Okay. If you really think that you have something you took it from the course and you felt really good, it's just the feeling that you had to put it, no force at all. Okay, you know it to argue, you know it to do any kind of logics, no, nothing. It just with heart, that's it. Okay, I just wanted to help others. That's the reason. Can you give the final CC? Super. That is all, guys. And I'll see you on Monday with the next topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.